Hello everybody, Princess Bear here. We're back from Galaxy's Edge.
And we are going to Ronto Roasters for breakfast and lunch.
It's about time for a redo. We hear they have some new things. So of course, you know us. We're gonna go and try not to get roasted.
Be sure to Ronto.
Here to go.
Coruscant cooler. I believe we had this the last time we were here at Ronto Roasters in our video there. We'll have a link to that in the description box down below. This drink has bourbon in it, so it's a great drink to have at any time of day. A Maraschino liqueur, so like a cherry. A sweet vermouth, cranberry, and lime juice. So it just gives you like a nice little interesting taste of flavors. It's very light and refreshing. It absolutely feels like I'm drinking the scent of Pandora. I believe I said that in the last video too. It just gives you this nice, like, earthy, wonderful taste that I am absolutely here for. I love this drink. You can't even really taste the whiskey in it at all. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is it weak or is it dangerous? Only time will tell. I would rate this 5 out of 5 suns.
I've heard a great many stories on just how cool Coruscant is. I guess you're about to find out, but bourbon is the perfect breakfast drink. If I'm wrong, you need to let me know in the comments. You know, it is quite refreshing. And given that Florida's returned to normal Florida temperatures, I do feel quite cool. So mission accomplished. It doesn't taste like they're backing into bourbon, but it's not too strong. You don't get like that scraping sandpaper in the back of your throat if it's too harsh. This is a nice cooler, as it were. See this 3.5 out of 5 claws. It's been far too long since we had one of these.
This is a Trandoshan ale, found on Batuu, probably brewed with the bright suns. This is a nice, refreshing beer. Very, very chuggable, easy to drink. I could get a few of these. I'm glad you can mobile order this. I would rate this 5 out of 5 hops.
Trandoshan ale. I hope the Tandoshans know what they're doing. Smells like a good time. Got a nice like flavor to it. Profile a little bit complex, but not too hoppy. It sort of reminds me of like a different version of the same line as the Tusker ale. Tusker beer anyway, but I could throw these back all day. 3 out of 5 plus.
Back when this cart opened, there was no plant-based option at all. I just got to liquid diet myself. So now I have the Triple Suns breakfast wrap. We have some beautiful just egg. It has a Chickpea-Onion slaw in it as well. There's a roasted tomato sauce, and it's wrapped in this lovely pita bread. I'm actually quite excited for this. Taco you! Wow. The tomato sauce is spicy and tangy. I absolutely love it. It brings the dish together very well. The just egg gives it this really nice consistency. As far as texture-wise, the chickpeas, I love chickpeas, so that's great. It's like a nice little slaw. It's You can really see where the sauce is really like, you need to bite the sauce. There's a lot of just in here. The just is seasoned really well. I would say next to the pita dish at Primo Piatto, this is like number 2. This is so good. This is a really amazing addition to the plant-based options on Batuu. This is a huge win for Disney. I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 suns.
Around time at Disney, got something here that was plant-based. Disneyland Galaxy's Edge has had something plant-based since their park opened, and it seemed to just now be catching up. I mean, in space. They're not really held to much of a theme here, so it looks like they've actually started to stretch their legs, like the chickpeas along with the just egg. I've been happy with just the just egg, but now you have like this carrot slaw in here as well, and the onion. More of this, Disney, please. It's a nice robust flavor. They've done well to season everything with the just egg. Isn't overpowering the chickpeas. The chickpeas are cooked perfectly. They're just enough bite for some resistance, but they're not crunchy. They're soft still. Inside the pita with this sauce, this is an amazing breakfast option. Especially if you have a problem with like alt meat. Now, you may have a problem with the alt egg, but even with this, I think this is a solid option for your day in the park. I don't necessarily agree with the princess. I think that it's probably one of the best pita style dishes that they've had here. I'd be willing to give this a solid 4 out of 5 plus. I don't rate this on my own. So here we have the morning breakfast wrap. I believe I haven't had this thing since Galaxy's Edge opened. In truth, it looks about as sad as I remember. This is like homogenized egg, a splatter of cheese, and the sauce, this greasy looking sausage. How is it that we get something that looks as beautiful as that with like the added carrot and everything else, and then I get McDonald's egg and a hot dog or a sausage and a pita? It just feels empty inside, like every millennial post-quarantine. So let's hope the flavor makes up for it. Let's do this then. The egg is there, but it's kind of just existing. You kind of can't really taste it behind the strong flavor of the sausage, which is a little bit greasy, but not intolerably so. The cheese sort of helps. The sausage has a little kick to it, but it's nothing as amazing as the plant-based option was. I mean, you see in here, it just needs more. It's just sauce, cheese, and egg. It's like basically the basic bitch of Star Wars. It's okay. It'll do for a morning option. Maybe we should hit the milk stand instead. 3 out of 5 bucks. We got breakfast out of the way.
Breakfast was amazing. I really, really appreciate that pita bread. The pita bread was so good.
I definitely think that they're leveling things up for now. But I'm still kind of weirded out by the hours. It's like, why is it like...
It's like 2 or 3 hours
yeah,
for
it's
breakfast.
like what, 9 to 11 and then 11 to 3?
Yeah.
I can understand for some of the table service restaurants, but Ronto Roasters, like this is one of the main food places in Galaxy's Edge. It's just a bit weird that it closes so early in the park. It's close to what, 8?
Yes.
9? But it's definitely a good option. I love to have the plant-based option now. They also have a plant-based option for lunch. So we're gonna go get that and come back with you later.
Go to lunch. This is the drink that Bear cannot have to keep it far away from him. It has spicy mango in it, but it also has grapefruit and vodka, and then you have a limeade raspberry with the spicy mango. It definitely has that Sarlacc pit bite. The spice. I would give it 3 out of 5 Sarlaccs. Now we have the lunch pita. The innards are very much like the breakfast pita. So this one has grilled zucchini, the same smoky chickpea and onion slaw that we had before, this time with a garlic-tahini sauce, and fresh cilantro in our same pita bread, not as grilled as breakfast, but you still have those lovely char marks. I feel like this is going to be delicious. It definitely delivers. It hits really well. I don't know if I like the tahini sauce as much as I like the tomato sauce from this morning. It's good, but it's not as good. I appreciate the fact that we have plant-based options here at Ronto Roasters, and I'm glad that Hollywood Studios is coming in hot with the plant-based stuff when they're usually like the worst park for food, I would say. I would give this 3 out of 5 chickpeas.
Already, this Zuchii wrap, as they're calling it, really looks like the definition of what you can do with like similar ingredients but different seasoning. I'm seeing a lot of the same carrot slaw and cilantro and the onion that was in there earlier with those chickpeas, but a completely different level of seasoning and a lot more sauce than we saw this morning. The zucchini is like buried in there, but I definitely see it. Got some nice grill marks on it. Let's put the mark of bear on it. That garlic-Tahini really has like a unique taste to it, which I think provides a lot of like complexity to what it is. Instead of just being sauce in a wrap, that with the chickpeas and the cilantro give it like a tangy bite that I cannot say no to. This, I think, is my favorite over the breakfast wrap, but I'm really happy like how they're bringing this up here at Ronto Roasters, because honestly, they needed another plant-based option to get out this edge. Wrap proof. 4.5 out of 5 plus. And here we have our Lord and Savior, the Ronto wrap. That ridiculously long sausage, the cut pieces of pork on the innards with this slaw. It has been a long time, little Ronto. And now it's time for you to get in my belly. How many YouTube videos has this one wrap spawned, I wonder? It's definitely on par with the one that we have at home. We made out of the plant-based sausage. This sausage somehow, even though it's the same one for breakfast, is slightly less greasy than the one I had. And I love the spice that the slaw has. It's like a 3 out of 10 on the spice scale. These flavors in the Ronto wrap. If we weren't doing YouTube, this would be like, if I got to eat in the park, I would definitely be getting a Ronto wrap almost every time. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
That was so messy. I'm glad I had like this tray and this fork. And look at all this extra sauce I still had that's spilled everywhere. I had to make sure I ate all the chickpeas. My mouth is on fire. It's a messy but delicious wrap that obviously I finished. And I'm going to wash it down with a spicy drink.
Sorry. Ronto Roasters. Nice to see the alive and well, even if our little robot meat turning friend in there is not so alive and well.
I love breakfast, I love lunch. I think I prefer breakfast over lunch, but I would now recommend this place for breakfast or lunch.
I'm the switch. I thought lunch was better than breakfast with plant-based options. It's nice that they now have them. They definitely needed them here. We'd like to see them add more, and honestly, probably at least one more quick service stand in Galaxy's Edge.
Agreed. Or table service would be nice.
It's still as awkward and crowded here as it always is, but at least like the seating in there is sort of leveled out. Because you can only go there with mobile order, so at least you usually have somebody to sit if you order food.
Yeah, which is nice, absolutely.
But we want to know, when's the last time you came to Ronto Roasters? Did you have yourself a Ronto wrap? Or did you do something plant-based? If there's anywhere else around Galaxy's Edge or Hollywood Studios Pier that you'd like us to go, that's going to be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.